You've probably seen those AI models that can write amazing poems or churn out code, right? But have you ever wondered how we get them to follow very specific rules? To behave in a precise, predictable way every single time? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the powerful technique that makes it all happen, fine-tuning.
And yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? You've got this incredibly smart, general-purpose AI. But what you really need is a specialist. You need it to follow a very specific format, or maybe adopt a certain personality. So how do you actually teach it to do that? That's exactly what we're here to break down.
All right, let's kick things off with Chapter 1, the concept. We've got to start with the core idea, the foundation for how we can teach an AI to behave in a whole new way.
So the main tool in our toolbox here is something called supervised fine-tuning, or SFT for short. Now, what on earth does that mean? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like this. Imagine you've got this brilliant college graduate who knows a little bit about everything. That's our big pre-trained AI model. Well, supervised fine-tuning is like sending that grad to medical school for some highly specific on-the-job training. We're not teaching them everything all over again, we're just teaching them a very specialized skill. And this right here, this is probably the most important idea you're going to hear today. The whole philosophy around fine-tuning has really changed. We're not trying to cram the AI's head full of new facts anymore. Trust me, there are much better ways to do that. Instead, we're totally laser-focused on teaching it how to act, how to respond, and the exact format it should use. It's all about behavior.
Okay, so if we're playing teacher with our AI, what's on the lesson plan? Let's dive into what the actual training material looks like to shape its behavior.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, I'm going to need millions, maybe billions of examples to do this. But here's the crazy part. The secret isn't quantity. The real key to high-quality fine-tuning is about 1,000. That's it. 1,000 perfect examples. 1,000 flawless lessons are worth way more than a million sloppy ones. So what's the secret sauce? What makes an example perfect? Well, for starters, they have to be put together by domain experts, people who really know their stuff. They also need to be super high quality and 100% accurate. And here's a little pro tip for you. You should also include what we call negative constraints. That just means you give it examples of what it should not do. You can literally teach it things like, hey, don't ever apologize, or never ever mention that you are an AI. Let's actually look at one of these lessons up close. This shows the idea perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the prompt. That's the instruction we give the AI. Summarize the following financial report. Simple enough. But now look at the response on the right. See that? It's not just a paragraph, it's a perfectly structured JSON object, which is just a super clean and organized data format that computers love to read. It has these clear labels or keys like summary and sentiment. By showing the AI this over and over, we are teaching it, when I ask you for a summary, this is the exact format I want back. Okay, so we've got the concept, we've seen the lesson plan. Now for Chapter 3, the takeaway. Let's boil all of this down to the main things you absolutely need to remember. Seriously, if you walk away with just one thing from all of this, I want it to be this mantra. Anytime you think about fine-tuning, you should be thinking about shaping the output, controlling the style, enforcing a structure. It's all about format over facts. So let's make this crystal clear with a simple do this, not that list. You absolutely should use fine-tuning when you need a specific output, like that neat JSON structure we saw. Use it to give your AI a consistent personality. It's also awesome for making things faster, because you don't need to write those super long, complicated instructions in your prompt every time. But, and this is a big but, do not use it to teach your AI new facts or make it memorize whole documents. There are other, way better tools for that job. This brings up a really common and practical question. When do you choose to fine-tune versus using another popular method? The big one people talk about is called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. You can think of RAG as giving the AI an open book test. It gets to look up facts from a set of documents before it gives you an answer. Think of this table as your go-to cheat sheet. It's simple. If your main goal is to give the AI new knowledge or facts that might change over time, RAG is your hero. It's just way more reliable and easier to keep updated. But if your mission is to lock in a specific output format or a really consistent tone of voice, fine-tuning is the undisputed champion. It's so much better at teaching behavior than just writing out instructions in a prompt. All right, let's bring it all home and put a bow on this. Here are the most critical principles to take away from our look at modern fine-tuning. Let's recap the 3 big rules. Number 1, the purpose is to shape behavior and format, not to stuff it with new knowledge.
Number 2, when it comes to data, quality crushes quantity. Your goal is about 1,000 perfect expert-made examples. And finally, number 3, know your strategy. Use RAG when you need facts, and use fine-tuning when you need style and structure.
And there you have it. That's the playbook. You now have the fundamental blueprint for teaching an AI to behave exactly the way you want it to. So the only real question left is, with this power to shape and control AI behavior, what amazing thing are you going to build?